Alice.
There
Studio
we go.
man.
Now we have audio.
Oh, now we have all. Good morning, everybody. It's Get Your Paint On. It's Thursday. It's 10 a.m. It's Pacific time. It's time to get our paint on. I am your host, Dallas Kemp, studio manager at Privateer Press, and with me today is Mr. John Swinkles.
What up, dog? Stole that from Pagani.
What up, dog?
Straight up stole it.
What up, dog? And we are continuing this week with our Sorja bus painting. And in the little 2 minute lead up of firing up, I went ahead and started. I got board setting here as all the
Doodads got turned on and started
yeah
firing turbines to speed, all that kind of good stuff.
yeah. John, you're over there clicking now, setting parameters to stun, setting going live, checking modem.
Bong.
And I just started painting because I have an hour to finish, and that's terrifying.
As well it should be.
It's real scary. So I just started painting. I finished up her eyes, as you can see, and I did that off camera because I needed to be away from the. If you saw John's picture on Twitter last week, the picture of how my face was literally touching the camera painting her, which it is right now as well. It was really hard to paint those eyes like that. So I did the eyes off camera so I could really get in there and just paint the eyes good.
Is that beast hide or rucksack?
This is the leather. I'm doing this kind of unique. Sorcha doesn't normally wear leather, but I'm going to try it. I want to see what she looks like wearing a leather jacket. And this is Bootstrap Leather. And I'm just really quickly painting this on. And just getting some brown on there for this step. And I think it'll look kind of cool. I think actually it's already kind of working.
I dig it. I think it's dope.
Well, it's going to be darkened down.
Mm-hmm.
So, which will really help it. I guess I'm working around the camera here to get this side. Swoop. And then this underside of this strap. My brush is ruined.
Doug Cat said her expression on that bust is exactly the look she gave Vlad when he told her he was getting engaged to the Empress.
It's just like, seriously? Seriously. She does have that cold look, right? I mean, that's kind of
no pun intended.
Yeah, like it's literally what we went for in this bust is that really hard military commander, powerful individual woman, like in that face, and I think it really comes through and works really good.
Yeah, it. Each of the busts that we've come out with since Scar, right? So saw the Scar bust, was like, all right, I have to have it. That sculpt is amazing and dope and super emotive, but like with a lot of room to like still play with things, like as far as like, you know, like how you wanted to paint the expression. And then we had Borka and Nemo, and each one of those was even better.
Oh yeah.
This one is the penultimate for me. Like, Sorcha's been my second favorite caster forever.
Sure.
And this just really epitomizes her to me.
Yeah, I think we really captured Sorcha in this bust. I think it's one of my favorite busts. I mean, I'm a sucker for Khador, so I got that.
The only reason Khador wasn't my very first faction back in Mark 1 is because one of my friends that used to come to my store, because he grabbed it first and we all wanted to use something different. And then my other friend grabbed Protectorate, so I got stuck with Signar.
Don't say stuck with Signar.
Oh, that's how I felt at the time, because I hated Striker. But then I had Haley and Nemo as options, and I was much happier.
Haley's dope. She's a time wizard. And I love time wizards.
Got a special message here. It says, Dallas, giving this beauty away will help reestablish your reputation after I destroy you in company of Iron Thursday night at Adepticon.
Are we? Is that what's happening? Is that what's going on, James? James is talking. So yeah, Thursday, I have a game set up with James Craig at Adepticon, and it was so sweet. He was just like, "Hey, I'd really like to play Company of Iron with you at Adepticon. I haven't played yet, and I'm going to build a little army, and it'd be cool to play a game." I was like, "Yeah, man, I'd love to play some Company of Iron." And then next thing I know, it was just wrestling memes, and just him just talking
Kinds of
trash.
Yeah.
Just like, "You're going down." Oh, that's what we're doing. All right, cool.
But it's company of Iron. You do what you want.
That's right. Kirk Beck asked, "Hey Kirk, what's up, buddy? Yes, I airbrushed a base coat on the
On the armor.
armor in the face, but that's it. Just
But it was like a layer stupid fast.
yeah, it was just to have something to start with because I'm trying to paint this very, very quickly. I'm literally painting this on 2 episodes to get your paint on. So we did an hour last week, last week.
That was a big show.
Does anybody remember last week?
I do.
Can you believe that it's only been a week since we've announced Monpoc?
Yeah.
It
Yeah, it's
feels
crazy.
like, and it feels so good that
It
it's
does.
out.
Yeah, because not being able to talk about it for so long. Which, when you're like me and like your whole job is to, shout things from the mountaintop because marketing, it's real hard when you're sitting on like a massive secret, especially when people are like play testing it like 20 feet from you.
Yeah, I've done some play testing for it, and I'm really enjoying it. What I'm super excited for though is the miniatures and like just getting my Monpoc on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guarantee you guys, if you're interested in Monpoc, there will definitely be
There'll be some content for you.
I have multitudes of plans for Monpoc content. Content.
Monster Puck content.
Monster Puck content. All right, so on top of my base layer of
Bootstrap.
Bootstrap, I did a little quick smush of Rucksack Tan. Wait, did I grab Rucksack? Yeah, Rucksack. Now I'm adding a little bit of Mid-Off White base to that and sketching in some little highlights. And then all this will get washed. These are just real loose highlights and stuff like that.
I think my favorite thing about having these swatches for the paint colors that I can bring up on screen is by having all those, it's actually really easy to like kind of build composition lists. So like if you go on the website or on the store and look at the different swatches for the different colors, it's actually super useful for picking out a palette.
I noticed like some of the swatches are missing. We need to fix that.
Yeah, a couple of the new ones. Basically the Grimkin colors are missing. We need to get the new ones from her.
Those are made. I know where they're at.
Well, then let's get them up there.
Yeah, let's get those up. Speaking of new colors, we announced some new colors.
Yeah.
We announced Inferno Orange. Oh, gosh. Anybody see that?
I saw that. Wet brush, clean up.
Clean up aisle 3. Let me take care of that.
And it's like it didn't happen.
That is a train wreck. There we go.
All better.
We announced Inferno Orange,
Mm-hmm.
and then I noticed on Twitter, Shit confirmed some that other new colors were coming for Golden Crucible, and I'm going to go ahead and say that that is true.
That is true. But
That
at
is
some
true.
point in the near future, we'll probably get to see them.
I'm going to say real near future.
Real near?
Real near.
How near?
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Next week? How's next week?
Next week's good.
Can we
So
do
while,
next week?
while you're at Adepticon,
While I'm at Adepticon.
so I'm assuming like Friday,
Friday? We can do Friday.
little gorilla your paint on. Since we won't have you in studio for a Formula P3 Presents, we'll do that instead.
If anybody, if that's what everybody wants.
And all that matters is that's what I want.
That's what you want.
That's what I want.
That's what I want. So next week, we're gonna show some more new paint.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
So
I'm
if
gonna
you're at
take one of-
Adepticon, come check it out. If you're not, Gorilla Your Paint On stream will be here on twitch.tv/privateerpress. And on Facebook.
And on Facebooks.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, one of those new colors is one of my, just like I don't even know how to explain how excited I am.
Hype level from 1 to Gremlin Swarm.
5 gremlin swarms.
Damn, that's hype.
As literally like, it's something that is unlike anything currently in the P3 line. What?
You can't even see my face right now. I'm like, oh, what?
What? All right. Still just doing some little...
Seth asks, how does the camera taste today?
The camera's delish. The camera is delish. It is all up in my grill.
In case anyone hasn't seen it, if you go on Twitter and go looking for @PrivateerPress, I sent out a picture last Thursday of just how much in his face that camera is. It's pretty delightful.
It is all up in my face. All right, I'm still just putting some little... I feel like I'm going too much on this. But I just want some little cross hatches and like little fakey...
Some wear and tear.
Just some show that this is leather. Because remember, we're quick painting this. This isn't studio. This is just quick paint, just to kind of get a loosey goosey experiment of color and technique, and just kind of have fun, right? Just to show that you don't have to.
You don't need a master class to paint a bust.
Yeah,
you can have fun with it.
I've never taken a master class.
You are the master class.
I don't know about all that, but we can say it.
I learned a lot of stuff watching these videos and being in this room.
Well, I mean, but remember in the 80s there was those commercials that said you could learn a lot from a dummy.
Pope Kettrick says pancake flavored camera.
Oh, dude,
That's how we keep them in the studios. We just put a little maple syrup
there's a
on
little
there.
sponge on the back of the camera.
Yeah.
We soak it in maple syrup, and I just sit here and go like a fly, brundle fly. Nope, no brundle fly. All right, cool, whatever. God, that movie's amazing. Holy cow, I love that movie. I bought it on Blu-ray for $4, and I was like, "This is the best thing ever." All right,
No, what is the best thing ever is hearing my lady like walk around the house every once in a while going, Jeff Goldblum's the fly.
Aaron Pritchard, it's got to be pink. There are another holes in the line. It is. I mean, I got carnal pink right here. Pink.
Murderous magenta is kind of in that realm, depending on what you shade it with.
I mean, even if you're right, I'm not going to tell you. Chain attack chartreuse. Oh man, I'm in on that color. Chartreuse, one of the most delightful drinks ever created by man. Chris Surrey says, I'm mixing some colors so I can answer all these. Chris Surrey says, looking good. Thank you, Chris. Chris is a fantastic painter. Won the P3 Grandmaster at Gen Con last year.
That was good stuff.
So when he says it's looking good, I go, you know what? Thanks, buddy. It means a lot. Yeah, that is
What are you
Death
washing
Jack
that with?
Diorama. This is a wash of complete and total made upness.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes it harder to bring up swatches, Dallas.
Yeah. I mixed brown ink, flush wash, and a touch of armor wash together. I'm just going to wash my leathers in this. We're just going to go real fast and loose on this. Just getting it in there. Just sploosh, sploosh, sploosh. Oh my gosh, I should really throw this brush away.
Armor wash, brown ink, and what else?
Flesh wash.
Mm.
Okay, I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll add some more color to that in a little bit. I got a plan there. I've got an angle. I got a plan. Until that moment, though, we're going to grab some pig iron and start the metals. Like that. Like this. A little bit there. Maybe this.
So what is everyone else painting? I'm always curious. I always want to know what other people are working on.
Yeah, did you take today off and paint? I mean, that's what you should have done.
Or what are you painting this weekend in order to get ready for Adepticon?
I know what I'm painting this weekend to get ready for Adepticon.
What are you painting this weekend?
My secret entry.
Your secret entry.
It's not, I mean, is it secret? It's kind of secret. It's not really secret.
Well, it's as secret as you want it to be. It's your entry.
Yeah. I mean, I've shown it to a couple of people to get feedback, and I think it's definitely different than anything I've ever painted, style-wise. It's
Falcon Punch Drunk says, so when is this bus going to be available to the masses? It is going to be available starting, I believe, Thursday next week. So basically, during Adepticon.
Yeah.
You can either get it at Adepticon and say hi to Dallas, or
come say hi to me.
you can get it at store.privateerpress.com while Adepticon is going on. It is the Adepticon exclusive this year.
Wait, there's two.
I don't think we've shown the other one. Secret exclusive, secret.
Secret exclusives. But yeah, my entry is, I'm painting it kind of different than my normal style, but I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping. I'm not super happy with it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, still just doing pig iron really quick. I don't care if a little red shows through on this. That's fine.
Well, that's just going to enhance the color, right?
Yeah, just a little color down in the shadows and stuff like that. Works really good. The camera tastes good. Patrick Augustin, keep it safe. Yes, I was told. I almost showed it off last night, and then I was told keep it secret, keep it safe.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Aaron Pritchard said keep it secret. Vandebeest says he would like to be painting, but recently he has been painting a Gunmage Captain Adept and an Arcane Tempest Rifleman for Company of Iron. That is very, very close to my 25-point bad company list, which is an Arcane Tempest Rifleman, the Black 13th Strike Force, and a leader and 5 grunts of the Arcane Tempest Gun Mages.
Bad company. I have a couple Company of Iron lists that I'm thinking about doing soon.
I have 12.
I don't quite have 12.
Only one of them is painted so far.
but I'm definitely starting to get that, like, you know what? I think it's about time to pay another Company of Iron list. I wasn't even finished my hooch hauler, though. My hooch hauler got pushed aside for my Adepticon entry. So there was that.
Sorry, I have 16 lists. At least one for each faction.
You should start that. Just start painting them up.
I'm already underway.
Paint them all
That's the plan.
by next week.
Because I got me one of them Battle Foam Privateer Press backpacks.
Oh, have we shown those?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, the thing is dope.
Yep. So I got one of those, and that thing will fit so many dudes. And since Company of Iron is very much my jam, I'm just going to pack that thing full of it. The idea is to go to Gen Con with at least 4 of those lists done and ready to go. And then I can also get my regular Maddox Signar list in there. And so I will have lots of options for playing games with people at Gen Con.
I will say,
And lock and load.
Company of Iron is not my jam. It is my marmalade.
It's your marmalade.
Marmalade. Lady marmalade. Voulez-vous coucher avec soi? C'est soi.
Avec moi, c'est soi.
I don't know what they actually say. I don't know lyrics to most songs. I just make them up.
Fair. Brandon
Company of
McGuire.
Iron, you do what you want.
Brandon McGuire says he is painting Getterix with tiger patterned fur.
Ooh.
And then maybe moving on to a troll.
The new Getterx model, that model's sexy.
It's so good. Between that Getterix and the Loki that came out last year, I almost had to go start a circle army. I'm not ready just yet. I've got too many things in the paint queue. I'll get there though, because those models are dope. And I had to get the Tharn Wolf Rider champion.
Mm-hmm.
Had to. It's freaking cool.
Okay, backpack's a little tricky to paint.
Because a camera in your face.
Camera in my face. Oh, I didn't notice.
James Newman asks, do you ever do non-metallic metal?
Kind of. There are examples of non-metallic metal on some studio models. I personally think true metallic looks way better. True metallic is metallic painted with metallic paints, or metals painted with metallic paints with the sort of same philosophy as non-metallic metal. So we use a lot of opaque paints in the shadows and and then we dull coat them to increase the actual overall, what I call metallosity. Metallosity. So yeah, it's good to understand how non-metallic metal works to actually make your metals better. I think for me, it's a very time-consuming process to paint non-metallic metal, so I kind of tend away from it. But
Sure.
I do understand how it's done, and I use the philosophies to paint my metals.
And a really good example of true metallic metals is the Scorn Armor videos that are in the P3 Presents playlist at Privateer Press Prime on YouTube.
Yeah, there's also a two-brush blending metal video that's my preferred video on painting metals.
I just think that Scorn Armor one is fantastic
Yeah, it's a good
for
trick,
getting
too.
detailed metal stuff on the table quickly.
All right, what we got?
Patrick Augustin says, can there be another video featuring the P3 weathering widget? To which I say, maybe.
I'm going to tell you right now, that P3 weathering widget is in my kitchen on the shelf above my pots and pans.
So you can use it whenever you make pancakes?
Yeah, I mean, how else are you going to make pancakes?
How else are you going to mix the batter?
I mean, should the weathering widget make another appearance at Lock and Load?
Oh, well, you have to bring it to Lock and Load.
All right.
That's just required.
Is that part of just my contract now?
Yep.
All right.
TK Cultist, also I believe known as James, says Appalachian Murder Shack's next hit, Metallocity.
Metallocity, ferocity.
Metal.
All right, so
Vanderbeest says that's how you get hashtag batter splatter.
hashtag batter splatter. All right, so I put a little Thamar Black in with that wash that I did on the coat. And I'm going to darken some areas. Very loosey-goosey once again.
See how fast I can switch these over. Pow, 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 pow. Shazam. Nailed it. Armor wash, browning, flesh wash, Thamar Black. I cheated. I had the other three
Yeah, the
colors
other
ready
one's
to
up.
go.
You're ready to go. So yeah, I'm just going to use that as like my kind of like a fake dark shade.
It's funny. So I watched you paint her face, and there really wasn't a whole lot to it. You actually did it fairly quickly.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned you did the detail in the eyes off the camera, which is, just a necessity because the camera was right in your face where you needed to see. But like, that gave me a lot of confidence to go work on mine. Confidence. So in case folks missed it, Get Your Paint On last week, he did all the first parts of Sorsha. And super useful. Because a lot of the stuff that I saw him doing looked like it was applicable to smaller models as well.
Yeah.
Like same principle, just finer control.
A lot. You can learn a lot from painting a bust, actually. There's another trick I like is I actually watch a lot of makeup tutorials. Because when you do makeup on like beauty makeup or even horror makeup, you can use, you're basically sculpting a face, right? You're taking your face and you're kind of changing it. And so I actually watch makeup tutorials and see how they sculpt faces with makeup. That's basically painting a miniature, right?
Yep.
It's basically painting a face.
Charlie Dupuis says, why wear a coat over your armor? As a giant freaking nerd, I can tell you why. In many cases, a lot of armor, especially plate armor and chain armor, you can get a lot of dust and other debris in it, which actually causes it to rust and erode and decay faster, which means it is less protective. So by wearing a surcoat or an overcoat or something like that over your armor, it lasts longer and helps protect you and keep you alive. Boom.
Knowledge bombs.
Bomb. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
All right, just quick darkening. You know what? You know what? Oh my gosh. I'm going to use this exact same color.
Also style points. Because sometimes you got to rock something for some style points.
I've seen a lot of questions about like those like why would you do this? Like somebody posted, why would this warjack have a gas mask? And I was just like, why wouldn't he?
Right?
It looks
It's
dope.
not a gas mask. It just looks, like a gas mask.
This was like, and also, it just looks cool sometimes.
Brandon Bolton says, is that why they call it a duster? I believe that is, in fact, correct. Without Googling it. So I could be wrong, but fairly certain that is spot on.
All right. And by not doing perfect blends, I get a lot of texture on this leather.
Mm-hmm. And leather wants texture.
Oh, God. It's all about texture. Hashtag leather texture.
Leatherosity. It doesn't sound as cool.
It doesn't work the same, huh?
It's not the same.
I thought, like, I knew where you were going as soon as I heard your breath, that intake.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, he's going to say leatherosity.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, let's see what happens. And he said, I'm like,
nah, it didn't work. I mean, it wasn't awful, but it didn't move like the other did.
I'm going to use this same color to shade my metals because that's how you cheat every day.
every day
And painting is cheating
with style.
with style. Art is all about telling people what they see, not letting them see what they think they see.
I'm kind of glad I'm not seeing Matt Getz in the chat because I'm sure he would have corrected me on everything
He'd
I
been
just
like,
said.
Actually,
Or he
John,
would have expounded on it further, right? With like, like citing sources and stuff like that.
Yeah, I kind of wish he was in there, like kind of explaining a little bit more of, because I think that's interesting.
Oh, I do too.
I heard somebody outside, and I was just expecting it to be guts and just going to walk in.
Slamming the door open and being like, let me tell you some real stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened recently, but like people walking in on live streams has become a thing lately, and
Yeah.
it's
That's why there are signs on some doors that call some people out specifically by name to
yeah,
keep
that's
quiet
true.
and, leave the door closed.
That is true. I am not one of those people.
No. But you are one of the people that walks in on live streams.
I do. Hey, man. Chick was telling all my secrets. All right, I feel like there needs to be a little more black somewhere.
To kind of represent some soot staining.
Yeah, and just that darker feel and all that. And like I'm gonna smash it back in that little corner.
Well, and you're always going to be able to, come back with some highlights to, ramp it back up where it needs to be.
Yeah, highlights are not a problem. There we go. And I think across here, just a little scoochy scooch. Just to tone that.
Seth Watkins says, I need this in my life today. Thanks, Dallas.
Seth Watkins, I need you. He's super sweet. Seth is awesome. I usually hang out and paint with Seth at Adepticon and War Machine Weekend. He's a regular hanger-outer.
I feel bad. I have not yet been to either of those shows.
Adepticon's dope. War Machine Weekend is mega dope.
That's all I ever hear, and I want to go.
Yeah.
Sadly, they can't have everyone in the office go to every show.
That would just be a completely different business plan.
Entirely different, yeah. Because nothing would get done. From basically, mid-January through September, we just wouldn't make stuff. Something tells me that's a bad business model.
All right. How's that? I was feeling pretty good for leather. Put a little spot dark there.
Matthew Bunting says, why did you hire the Kool-Aid man? I don't know what he's talking about.
I think he's talking about Oz smashing through them doors on the other side.
Maybe.
I mean, that's what I would assume.
Works for me.
I mean, we can just pretend that's what he's talking about. Because the idea of Oz dressed as the Kool-Aid man
entertains me greatly.
Yeah, just total joy.
Bleep.
Did you see that little pickup? A little
Mm-hmm.
bloop?
Mm-hmm. I have all the camera. Nothing misses my gaze. Or my gaze misses nothing. One of those.
One of those.
One of those.
We're getting to the tricky part, is lining these symbols on her shoulders.
Is it really that tricky, though?
With a camera.
At this scale, though?
At a camera. You have that camera, it is.
Art is suffering, Dallas. If you're not suffering, you can't make good art.
That's true.
Ron Cruzy would be ashamed of you right now.
Yeah, good art only comes from hurt.
I'm not comfortable enough. Yeah.
Meow. Oh, that's really shaded. All right, got a little heavy back there, but that's fine. Look, I painted in 2 hours.
And you still have a whole 23 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Like, are you serious? I'm almost done. We might have to go a little long.
We'll see. Man, people walk around this office like elephants.
Yeah.
So obviously we're finishing up. Well, you're finishing up this sorcerer bus today. You're going to take it with you to Adepticon. People are going to come hang out with you, and you're going to give it away at Adepticon. All
Yeah, JR
signed
has
and
a
whatnot.
plan.
JR has a plan. Well, of course he does. JR always has a plan.
There's always a plan.
And then he has 3 other backup plans in case the first plan doesn't go according to plan.
That's true.
Dude, he's just plain prepared for any and all eventualities.
Okay, this is really hard to do with the camera here.
So that means that next week on Thursday, for Get Your Paint On, we're going to have Brendan Roy up here.
Yep.
Who's going to paint something special, and that's going to be dope. And then on Friday, you're going to gorilla your paint on from Adepticon.
It's going to be P3 Presents live from Adepticon.
Which is super dope. And then when you come back that next Thursday, do we know what's in your queue at that point?
I feel like we have that written down.
Well, probably. But things change.
And I don't remember stuff that's written down.
Fair enough.
Because it's written down.
Well, I know that if they're in and we actually have them to paint, I want to see Rocket Man. Meow, 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 Rocket Man.
Rocketmen are dope. All right, this is real.
Or maybe some
messy,
Legion
kids.
stuff. We got some Legion stuff coming down the pipe here soon. That'd be cool. What does everyone else want to see? Patrick literally just called out Blighted Trollkin Flesh? Question mark.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. What else? What else upcoming that y'all are knowledgeable about that you might want to see painted? Or some blast from the past? What you want? Tell me what you want.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
Poke
Poke
catcher. Lock. Much more lock. I don't have a lock yet. Toro. Mrs. Walls. Monkey with a gun. Paint a kaiju. Not just yet.
Yeah, not yet on that one.
Totem Huntress. Not a bad call. You do only have until March 19th to subscribe and get the Totem Huntress, though. And this would happen after that, and that would make me feel bad.
Yeah, because then people couldn't get it.
Blockhouse.
That's interesting.
In fact, I will have something about the Blockhouse to share with folks very soon. That might actually be from you.
Oh, that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Spencer Galloway wants to see Dallas paint a bust of Dallas.
We don't have that.
We don't, which is shocking. But then again, I mean, we could get so much mileage out of a bust of Dallas because we could also say it was Oz or Matt Getz or Ron Cruzy
That's
or
true.
Brendan. Like, just whether or not it has glasses changes it into like one of 7 different people.
And the size of the goatee or the beard.
Right, but I mean, like, that's just a little bit of brown stuff,
Yeah.
right? And that's just a little bit of aluminum putty one way or the other. Pope Kettrick says, I'm painting Legion currently, but my heart belongs to the Maiden of Gears, and by heart, I mean soul.
Convergence is dope. And holy cow, lock.
Snarky over on Twitch says, have you all done a video on how to determine the areas of a mini that should be highlighted versus shaded? I know everyone says just follow the light source, but it seems like there's more to it than that. Not
There's
really.
not really. I mean, it depends on. Oh gosh.
The best video I could point him to, though, is the first 10 videos in the Formula P3 Presents series, because those are taking a model from start to finish, and it goes everything from basing to highlighting to shading. There's another one that we did with the dude with the big shield, the Gordson.
No.
I'm getting this wrong.
Oh my gosh, you put me on the spot while I'm like speed painting here.
But it's the first video about two-brush blending.
Yeah.
And that one has a lot of theory as far as shading as well. That's explained in that video.
It really is kind of like you follow the shadows is the most basic way to do it.
But you do a good job of showing how to do that.
Yeah. There are some other philosophies and ways to go about it once you start adding in different light sources and stuff like that. But that's way more deep hole stuff.
Yep. Well, and the other one that I was just about to mention that Pope Getrick just actually called out was the one on zenithal priming.
Yeah.
That's another good way to
Zenithal
have a
priming,
very clear visual references where highlights might go.
That helps you identify where that light's coming from, so you can work into that. Is a really good way to go about it. But yeah, it really is just you kind of look at the light and can go with it. It's not too bad.
Mitch and Brandon just reminded me that it was the Avalancher. And that
go.
is correct. That is the one that I was talking about. Lots of people saying basically any Crucible Guard as far as what to paint next. We'll see. Depends what we've got in the studio, what's in the queue.
I know it's in the studio.
I'm starting to lean towards Legion. Doing like blighted flesh would actually be pretty cool. I'd like to see more on that. What color are you using on her hat there?
It is every damn color.
It looked like a big old hodgepodge.
It's Thamar black, battlefield brown, bootstrap leather, rucksack tan, and midnight white base. And I'm just kind of wet blending it, kind of just all together to get kind of just a
kind of a wool look. Like it almost looks like the undertone of like sheep's wool.
Yeah, I'm just fake furring. Hashtag fake furring.
Tyrene says the Dreamer from Grimkin. That's such a cool model.
Yeah, it's a cool
That's model. A bit of an endeavor, though, and we're trying to actually finish what we start on this where possible. Where we can. Jacoby Mixon says it would be cool to see alternate paint schemes on models. We've done that a little bit. But
We've done that.
Yep. Especially if you go back and watch him painting his Wanderer. It's got some alternate effects going on.
All my trenchers.
Yep, all the trenchers. Kernlost says, I request models with glow effects. Lots there, too, especially if you go to his Grimkin stuff. Especially if you want to see some cool purple glow. Mitch Dunning says, I agree with Legion or Crucible Guard. When are we going to see the Crucible Guard new color scheme? And you will see more of that at Adepticon. Not available, but you will see Dallas painting with it and showing it off.
What? Wow, you just straight up said it.
Straight up said it. Yep. Next Friday, Gorilla your paint on. Check it out.
Wow, we just straight up said it.
Straight up. Just blah.
I'm kind of in awe right this second.
There's only 14 minutes left in the stream. I had to get it out there at some point. So you just Thamar Blacken in there?
Yeah, a little Thamar Black down in there.
Right down in here.
Right down in here. Let's grab some Kato Red highlight.
I have to make sound effects when I change out the colors.
A little Kato Red
important.
base. Mix that together.
Shazam.
brush is totally dirty. Let's put some little highlights in here.
A couple people tossed out gators, which actually you did not terribly long ago. There was one where you and Danny were doing kind of dueling Dracodiles. We've got the gator skin video up on Formula P3 Presents, feathers, a couple ones using the gators. Jack Trauma says, if you're doing Blighted Trollkin, I vote Jusica. It's a great model.
I did a video with Jusica.
A couple weeks ago.
Jusica was up here on this table. Oh my god, I just gave away our secret.
Did you?
That this studio's upstairs.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun!
Coming to you live from Studio B in the second floor of Privateer Press headquarters.
All right, let's kick up these highlights just a bit.
Bloop.
I'm gonna zone out, sorry.
It's all good.
Just kind of tacking in some little highlights.
Matthew Bunting says he would love to see painting flesh on like some of the lighter models, like the more ethereal stuff, kind of like Assyria, especially like elf tones and small details. That could be cool too.
I did an elf skin video. I did that for Beast of War. So you can check out.
Their 3 Colors Up series. A number of those feature Mr. Dallas Kemp showing off some cool stuff. Doesn't mean we can't revisit it though.
No, absolutely.
Especially because I'm always looking for tips on how to paint my Retribution.
And I think revisiting is always good. And I've actually definitely done a couple of revisits already from some of those Beast of War videos.
Brandon just kind of lost his mind a little bit. He's like, in my 9 years of playing this game, I've never seen Bloodgorgers fighting Trollkin champions. I want it soon. You gonna add any kind of glow effect in the furnace-y areas there?
I don't think so.
Okay. Keep them nice and shaded.
I mean, you're telling me I got 10 minutes. So 10 minutes is not
Well, and it's not a
lot.
bad aesthetic either, right?
Yeah.
You know, she's looking angrily at Vlad. She's not, she hasn't turned on the hate yet.
Maybe she has.
That comes next. Seth Conrad says brighter hair colors or strange hair colors. Nate Brooks asks if the Satixa skin video is going up soon. Yes, it is. It will, in fact, be up tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yep. Just need a little bit more time cooking, and we had Primecast Live kind of interrupted the flow of things. But we've got that nailed down for the future.
For the futures. The future is now.
Both of you paint a company of Iron Army, then play a game. We did that too. Did that on the weekly Rumbles a number of weeks back. Well, I played against Oz, to be fair. You've played a couple of different people. I try to keep myself off camera as much as possible. I have what they call a face for radio. Swish.
Swisher, 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 swish.
Justin Wan says, paint a gobber, any gobber.
I love gobbers.
Gobbers are dope. I think the Gobber Chef is still my favorite gobber. Like, we did those pins like the
Yeah.
Gobbers in Disguise, and a lot of those were really fun. But Gobber Chef is still my favorite gobber. Reinhold's probably a second. Real close second. He's got all kinds of fun details on that model.
Hair. Let's do some hair.
Let's do some hair. I mean, some highlights anyway.
Jack Trauma says, is there a video of Juiceca being painted? It is a get your paint on. So you need to look for get your paint on. I don't go into.
I think it was 4 weeks ago.
Oh, it's longer than that.
Well, are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, I believe you. Let me see if I can find it. I'll post a link.
It was a while back, and I don't get into the skin. I don't think. I can't remember. I've made a lot of videos.
Paint on, Emerald Scar, Dual Dracodils. It was after the Dual Dracodils, I thought.
No.
Paint on Victoria Pendrake, Vicky Pendrake, Hooch Holler, Kit Bash, Northkin Hooch Holler, Ashes to Ashlyn, Fixin' a Kraken,
Fixing a Kraken.
Fixin' a Kraken, Barnabas, Lord of Blood.
Man, that guy needs more umlauts.
Oh, Painting Leather has a black Ogren, but that's not the same thing. Object Source Lighting was P3 Presents. Death Jack, let's get your paint on. Grimkin Glow, Painting for Juiceca Blood Tongue. Get your paint on November 11th, 2017. Copy, link, address, and paste, enter. There you go, Jack Trauma.
There you go. Ask and you shall receive.
He has not put the mole on there yet.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, is it? Oh, maybe it's just not coming up on camera very
It's
well.
real tiny.
And I'll pop that link over there too. Shazam! Links for days. Let's see here. If we rotate over here. Oh, yep, there it is, right above her lip. I'll seize it. It's hard to see at this saturation. But if you hold her still right there for just a second, I will do this trick. Well, you can already kind of see it better, but we're going to go ahead and... You can see it right there.
There it is.
Shazam.
Shaboop. Is that too punchy? That's too punchy.
What are you using?
Coal black, Thamar black, frostbite. It's just kind of all kind of just mixing together. Just to kind of frame her face a little bit.
I love coal black. Frostbite. Tempted to steal this bust. Not let you take it to Adepticon, but that would be mean. So I'm not gonna.
Somebody would be sad.
Somebody would be sad. And JR would beat me up.
JR would be furious.
It's like, you're taking away my prizes.
That's my prizes. Those are my gifts.
I'll just have to wait for mine.
I don't want Quicksilver. I want Cold Steel.
Cold steel.
You're as cold as steel. You're burning to turn the wheel of life. What?
I don't even know. But you do you.
That's all I do. Highlight them metals.
And you still have 2 whole minutes.
Oh, wowzers.
And you're already highlighting metals. It's pretty good. For a 2-hour paint job?
Not bad
pretty
for
dope.
2 hours.
And don't forget you have to sign it.
I know, I still got to paint the base black. So we're not stopping until the base is painted black. Oh, that was a big paint splotch. You get to enjoy that. Whoever wins this gets to enjoy that big paint splotch.
Is it over on her shoulder? It was turned away from the camera.
It was a blurp. Yeah. Whoever wins this can pick it over with a fine-tooth comb. Just be like, Dallas can't paint.
Dallas is garbage. Okay, I have to let you do one thing just because it's bothering me.
Okay.
So on the leather straps that hold the coat closed at the top,
Yeah.
there's like some metal, like, what do you call those?
Those?
Nope, on the other side, next to the jacket.
Those?
Yeah,
Those aren't metal.
they aren't?
I don't.
Oh, you just dabbed a little
in the
metal
art,
on
they're not.
there. Okay. Well, I guess they could be leather, you know.
Yeah, like a little leather.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know what they are. I just assumed. And by assume, I mean I just didn't paint
No,
them.
I guess on most belts and things, those are made out of the same material. So
I mean, I definitely.
I'm just crazy.
I definitely painted mine with not metal.
That's the joy of painting. You do what you want.
I do what I want. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more real quick things. Real quick, real quick.
Final touch-ups. 2 minutes on the clock.
2 minutes on the clock. Okay, we still have to paint the base.
I didn't say the base. I said final touch-ups.
All right. I want to mix some yellow ink and a touch of flesh wash. I was going to battle damage her, but I don't have the time. Dry, yellow ink, dry.
Kind of give it that gold look.
Yeah, just a little touch. It's not going to be super gold, but it's just
It's
going
not
to...
high contrast gold. It's just...
Well, you can actually build up a really amazing gold.
Yeah, you sure can.
I just don't have the time.
Well, it makes it look like kind of tarnished.
Just darken up those.
She doesn't want to bling too much on the battlefield. That's how you get shot in the dome.
Yeah, when I see the bright of the yellow gold on your forehead, there's like, aim there.
Luckily, the center of the symbol there looks like it's actually a little above her dome. So if they're really good shots, they'll actually do no harm other than to her hat.
Yeah, it's never the guy that's a good shot you're worried about.
Right?
I'm assuming my 2 minutes is up.
Yep.
So let's do this.
And then it's time to get my lunch on. And I brought with me leftover chicken and waffles.
Oh,
Because my lady loves me and wants me to be happy.
I did not bring leftover chicken and waffles.
Bloop.
Paint the underside of the arms.
So they're not distracting. Shazam.
Yeah, it just looks better.
So just to remind people, they will be able to get their own Sorcha bust at Adepticon or at store.privateerpress.com during Adepticon. And get your own. And if you're going to be at Adepticon, you might just win this one right here.
Yeah, Dimpavov, she's available. If not when, she'll be available next week at Adepticon. She's the Adepticon exclusive bust. Matthew Bunting says battle damage question mark. If I had time, but that's my 2 hour limit. I put 2 hours in this bust. So I'm not allowed to do anything else.
Correct.
But I'm waiting for this base to dry. I'm going to sign it with get your paint on and the date. And then next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend at Adepticon, I'm going to give it away. Somebody's going to win this, taking it home. Skiddly-ding. Ba-dow.
Assuming I don't steal it, but I won't.
Unless John steals it. Where should I sign it at? Like I did
Well,
the
I know
Borka bus,
the
and he had
Borka one had
big-
he had that nice space there. I don't know.
I don't know where I should sign it at.
Like if you had a really fine point brush, which
I
I'm sure
do.
you do, can you sign it like like under one of the arms? Is there enough space there for like a little bleep, 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 and then
I
put
guess
the
I could
date
just
on
do
the
it
other
right
one?
here too.
Well, absolutely. Yes. Anywhere down on the pedestal will work just fine.
Eric Carey says, ask, what is this? This is the Sorcha 2 bust. I guess I could sign it on one of the shoulder pads too. Would that be okay?
Aaron says on the plinth. I think on the plinth works.
On the plinth? We'll put it on the plinth. I'll figure out where to put it on the plinth.
Yeah.
It's
But
not
it's
quite
gotta
dry.
dry. Yeah.
It's not
We-
quite dry.
Sadly, we will have to give it a minute to dry, but he will sign it, and we'll give it to someone, and it'll be dope.
It's going to be super dope. I'm going to darken in these because that will drive me nuts.
I said brushes down.
This is an iron painter.
Oh, man. Oh, I can't wait till lock and load. I can't wait. It's going to be so good. pplockandload.com to get all your tickets and hotel information for Lock and Load Game Fest 2018 coming this June to the Bellevue Hilton in Bellevue, Washington.
She looks a little green on the screen. We will definitely take pictures of this and post it. And definitely after, man, that's paint. I put it on there pretty heavily. We'll sign it and we'll put it up and do all that stuff.
Well, and just in case people don't get a chance, if you hang out on that shot for a second.
Can we just it? Yeah, just the.
Well, since your
There you
hands
go.
are out of the way, we can monkey with things a little bit and show off the actual contrast.
Bring up that
here.
color.
There we go.
There's a lot of green
That's a lot
going
of purple
on.
going on, which there's a little bit in there. Webcam. That's what we get.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's green with envy.
Cancel. Would you like to save those changes?
Nope. We'll take pictures of her. She's
Yep.
she's much more red
I got
in
a
real
good camera.
life. So.
We'll make it clear what it looked like.
Oh, look at that. We can put this on there right now. Should we do
Oh,
it right
just
now?
put it on the backpack?
Well, I'm not gonna put it on the backpack. I'm just gonna put it right here.
Can I pan the camera down any further? Click, click. Nope. That's as low as it go right now.
Can they not see?
Nope. There we go. All right, just move your name off the way because you're writing it right now.
I don't know today's date.
Today is the 15th of March.
Oh,
Adepticon is next week.
it's the Ides.
That's the 1st of March.
No.
Isn't it? Hey, Google.
Hey, Google.
I think you're actually right. Yep. It is, in fact, the Ides of March. You are correct, sir.
Beware, Sorsha. The Ides of March.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, as we head out
we
today,
finish it
we
up.
will make sure to see you next week. Twitch.tv/Privateer Press on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Tuesdays, watch us play some games. Wednesdays, hang out with the dev team, learn about the interior, process of the game and all that other kind of good stuff. And then, of course, on Thursdays, we get to hang out with Dallas and/or Brendan and/or Danny and get our paint on, which is my favorite day of the week.
This is my favorite day of the week.
Hell yeah. And of course, if you missed it or if you tuned in late, this video will be available on YouTube later at youtube.com/PrivateerPressPrime, where you can find all the past episodes of this and the other shows, as well as check out Formula P3 Presents, War Machine and Hordes tutorials, and all kinds of other fun video content, including the Monpok announcement trailer.
Monpok is dope.
And with that, folks,
Prepare yourselves.
we will see you next time.
Bye, guys. See you later. Bye. Bye. See ya.